Did you know that I'm on Patreon now? It is a great way to get some extra content from me and to support my work at the same time. You can also get my art as prints and stickers and t-shirts, etc. from my Redbubble store. All the links are in the description box below. Thank you so much for checking it out. Hi everyone! So a few years ago I did a review of this guy, the Portable Painter, and this is a really nifty little watercolor palette with space for 12 half-pan watercolors. It even contains 2 water jars and a little double-ended paintbrush. And yeah, I am reviewing a lot of products on this channel, and a lot of times I say that this is a product that I could definitely continue using. I always mean it, but this is actually one of these products that I have been continue using after the reviews. I've been taking it with me when traveling and it works great. Now Portable Painter have reached out to me again asking me if I would like to take a look at their brand new product, and I said of course, because that is what I do on this channel. So we have the new Portable Painter Micro, and already we can see that this one is a lot smaller than the first one. I think we can even fit 2 of them on there, and it comes in this really cute little bag. It is definitely the smallest watercolor palette that I've ever seen. I thought that this one was super compact and portable. It fits really well into my bag, but this one I could even fit into my pockets. It is even smaller than my hand. Yeah, let's put it together. We just remove this lid here, pull this one out, and this is the actual palette where you keep the paints. And this palette, it comes with empty watercolor pans that you can fill with your own liquid watercolors, or you can just remove them. You can fill it with your favorite watercolors, just like I did in this classic Portable Painter. And this one got room for 6 half pans, or 2 half pans and 2 full pans. Portable Painter is actually selling this set of extra full and half pans. We got 3 full pans and 6 half pans in case you would need some extra. So yeah, we have the palette, and then we can just slide on the lid like so, and we will have an extra mixing palette, and then on the other side we can slide on the tray and we will have another mixing palette or a water jar. So yeah, here we have it, and it isn't much bigger than the original Portable Painter when it's folded together. And also on the back side we have this little hoop or whatever you call it, so that you can hold it while painting. And yeah, it is definitely a lot more compact than the original Portable Painters, which is very practical. So there's no room for paintbrushes inside the actual palette, but something that you can do is to actually get one of these travel water paintbrushes. It fits really well into the little bag that the Portable Painter Micro comes in. But yeah, now I have both my paint and a paintbrush. And also something that you can do if you would like to bring even more paint with you and even more mixing palettes is to bring a second micro palette with you, and you can just connect it to the other side of the water container, and voila. And then on this side we can either add the container or the mixing palette. And yeah, it gets a little more unstable. You can't really hold it with one hand anymore, but just putting it on the ground or the table, it works perfectly. Or you can just put them next to each other like this. So I picked out a few, 6 to be exact, of my Rembrandt watercolors, and I chose colors that I think works well to be mixed, because 6 colors may not sound like a lot, but when working with watercolors it is actually a lot, since you can mix them into new colors and new tones. And instead of a black color I use Payne's Gray. It is kind of like a bluish gray, and I prefer it over black because it isn't really muddying the colors as much as black tend to do. So I really wanted to take this palette with me outside and test it to its full potential. We had some really lovely sunny warm days back in February, but March has been a little colder, and this week it has looked like this. But I suppose you can still see the potential of this palette outside or not, so I'm just gonna stay inside, staying warm and dry. I guess I could have done it like in my previous portable painter video where I couldn't go outside either, so I just sat in my armchair instead to demonstrate the portability of the palette. But I guess I wasn't as creative this time, so yeah, I'm just sitting by my desk. But yeah, the weather isn't cooperating, but that doesn't matter because I can just create my own warm and sunny forest glade. I wanted to create a warm and inviting, cozy piece, and it just made me want spring and summer even more now. And of course I have Phoenix helping me. He really made the whole drawing process a lot easier and super smooth. And then Sally came and helped me with the inking. Gosh, I don't know what I would have done without my kitties helping me. But yeah, I started the painting by adding a green wash over almost the whole piece, and I'm using a lot of warm and inviting tones to make it look nice and cozy. And I'm pretty sure I have mentioned this several times now, but watercolors really are one of my comfort art mediums, and I am a fairly messy painter. It isn't perfect, but I really love that look. I don't want it to be super flat or smooth when working with watercolors. I love that magic that happens when the paint spreads out in the water and it just goes its own way to create textures and patterns. It is so gorgeous. Also, you may have noticed that this video is about the Portable Painter Micro. I mean, if you haven't noticed, I don't know what you've been doing. But this girl is out in the forest painting with her watercolors, but she's just using a regular paint box palette. I mean, she's missing out on such a great product, which would have saved her a lot of trouble carrying a huge box of watercolors with her. I don't know what she was thinking. Joking aside, I was considering painting her with a micro palette, but since I like to make prints out of my work, I wanted to make something a little more neutral and timeless. I mean, the Portable Painter Micro Palette, it is very futuristic. Also, and this goes for all the brands that I'm working with, pay me and I would gladly paint your products. Psh, I'm just joking, or am I? But yeah, about this Portable Painter Micro Palette, it really is a nifty and practical little palette. I am still amazed that it is as small as it is, but when folding it out you get a bunch of mixing trays and even a little water jar, and that it actually fits into my pocket. It is amazing. Let me tell you that nothing really fits into women's pockets anymore, and just sitting by my desk where I actually could have fitted an even bigger palette. I kinda wanted a bigger mixing tray to work with, but I can imagine that when being out in the nature or sitting on a cafe or a train or whatever, these mixing trays, it would definitely be enough. Also, it weighs almost nothing at all. It is super light, which made it rattle around a bit on my desk when painting, but I only think that it's an advantage, it being super light when carrying it around and holding it. Yeah, I really love this palette. I think the classical Portable Painter palette might still be my favorite, since I really love the clever design with the water jars and the paintbrush and space for even more colors. But just as with the classic palette, I could definitely see myself using this micro one too. Also, let me know, are you the kind of person that actually goes outside to paint? I really wish that I would do it more often. Nature nature is one of my biggest inspirations and I love being outside, but I rarely paint or draw outside. It isn't because I don't like it or that I find it hard to bring everything with me, but maybe because I don't take the time to do so. So maybe that's the thing that I should try to do more of this year, go outside and paint. I have a few great portable palettes to bring with me now, so I have no excuse not to do it. I really love how this piece is turning out, warm and colorful, and the palette looks so messy, just as it's supposed to be. I find messy palettes more inspiring than super clean ones, and I can really recommend the Portable Painter Micro and the classic one too, of course. They're just super nifty and compact palettes that are very easy to bring with you, even if I couldn't really demonstrate it properly today. But let me know if you would ever want to see me go out in the forest to find inspiration and to paint, probably later this spring or summer when the weather is a little warmer. I think that could be a lovely video to make. Anyway, thank you so much Portable Painter for letting me try out another amazing product. Again, I can really recommend them, links will be in the description box below. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, thank you so much for watching and I hope I will see you next time. Keep drawing my happy cats, bye!